As a man, when you can't have sex because you got something going on, it's easy not to get no vagina. But when you got all these women on you giving vagina to you for free, you ain't got to do nothing just off your name. Now that discipline, that's the hard part. So it's easy when you ain't got no choice. The hardest part is discipline. That's where discipline comes from. Discipline is being able to literally discipline and put limitations on yourself when you have a world full of freedom.
So what was your first step towards discipline when you started?
Choosing to live, man. Like, really choosing to live. I had to ask myself a question. Do you want to live or do you want to die? Then what do they look like? And then we got to ask ourselves the cultural aspect that we're looking at life and death at. Because if we look at life and death from a cultural aspect, from an African Hebraic aspect, it's what I'm doing now. But if we look at it from an Americanized aspect, it's getting money. It's having a big old house with the white picket fence. It's the American dream. So depending on which depending on how your mind is embedded and what culture is connected to, life and death can mean two totally different things between me and that other person. So it's going to always come with identity first. Who are you? What are you? How did you get here? And then where you going? And that's all put into your mind by your culture. That's why culture is everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is. Like, we go. This is a hospital, brother. When it's said and done at the nuts and bolts, what this is a hospital. But it don't look like your average hospital. The reason why is because this is an indigenous Hebraic thought of a hospital. It's medicineless. But it's still supposed to have the same goal, which is healing. You know what I'm saying? But depending on which cultural aspect you're coming from, you see different things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, culture is important, man.
100%. So how does music affect the culture?
Oh man, music is killing our culture. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? If you look at what created all things, it's sound and vibration, which is what we're doing right now. These are sounds and vibrations. Depending on the frequency and the intention behind the frequency, it molds and shape your reality. You know, I used to gang bang. I got gang tattoos everywhere. We used to go to the club. We'd be cool. We dancing on women. The moment bust a nigga head to the white beat, come on, guess what's happening? We having gang fights in the club based off of a song, the low vibrational frequencies and that 808 chakra trapping bass that they put in there, and it changes your whole entire ideology. Now you gang fighting in the club based off of a song. And if you look at especially Chicago drill music, that's what's fueling most of the hatred and most of the killings in the community. Think about it, you know what I'm saying? And then they doing it, then they putting it in the music and talking about it. So then the children growing up and listening to it, they seeing the trends, they seeing the change, the money, they seeing the unity. Because even though it's still gang violence, it's still unity. It's just unity in a bad way. We are a tribal people. We come from tribes. So
100%.
anything, we're tribal people. So even though we come from tribes, now you take and strip the identity from us. So we still gonna tribe up. Now we just tribing up out of survival.
Look! This is the eye of the trenches!